She reveals that she did in fact have sex with Tory Lanez, and that when she was doing her interview with Gayle King, that she lied during that interview.
I want to make this very clear. When I with two people and I like two people, I stay away from their because when it comes to relationship, some bullshit always happen. And one thing about me, I'm gonna stay neutral and I'm gonna stay the out of it. You know that
for no reason. I know. For no reason. Yeah.
Whatever. Cardi, we're not talking about me. Why would I be? I literally said you claim you love these, right? How long was he her for? He was her for 3 years, so clearly I'm not talking about her.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the tea stays hot and the truth slips through the cracks when you least expect it. Now listen up, because we might have been looking at this whole situation completely sideways. Imagine this for a second. What if Cardi B was out here pointing fingers at Offset for stepping out, while she might have been doing the same exact thing behind closed doors? Yeah, let that sink in. The internet is buzzing with this twist, and it's not just a fan theory. Thee Stallion may have just set off a lyrical firestorm that flipped the whole narrative. Because Megan didn't just drop a hint, she dropped a whole expose. In her latest track, she might have just allegedly called out Cardi for sneaking around with none other than, wait for it, Pardison Fontaine. Yes, the same Pardi who used to be Megan's man, the one she made public, then dropped for being shady. That Pardi. And now, people think Cardi might have been creeping with him while Megan was still in the picture. Let's not act brand new. We've all been noticing that strange energy between Cardi and Megan lately. 1 minute, they're all hugs, collabs, and bestie behavior. Next thing you know, it's radio silence. No more features, no more mutual love online, just weird distance and side glances. And now that Megan's out here dropping bars about betrayal and loyalty, the timing ain't a coincidence. So let's break this all the way down. Megan's new track is called Whenever, and whoa, she came in swinging. One line that had everyone frozen was, if she wrote her own ish, hanging with ops, you would chop. You don't appreciate loyalty? I don't act funny, I act accordingly. Let's be real, who else could she be talking about? Everybody and their grandma knows Cardi's been hit with ghostwriting rumors for years. People online stay questioning whether she writes her own bars. And Megan, she's always stood 10 toes down about writing her own stuff. So that lyric? Oh, it's hitting home, no doubt. Then Megan tossed in that line about hanging with ops. Hello, that's way too specific to be random. We know Megan's got major tension with Pardi ever since their breakup, and she made it known he was being slick and unfaithful. But she never spilled who the other person was. Until now. And fans, they're pointing straight at Cardi. See, when Megan and Pardi split, she didn't drag it out or name drop, but she dropped enough hints for people to read between the lines. Folks assumed it was just some random girl in the mix. But now, it's starting to look way deeper than that. Like it might have been someone Megan trusted, someone close enough to cut deep. So here's where things get real spicy. There's a storm of speculation right now, allegedly, that Pardison Fontaine, aka Pardi, was sneaking behind Megan's back and getting cozy with Cardi B. And the internet? They're eating this all the way up. Twitter is split like a game of tug of war, and both sides are throwing shots. One group is like, of course he betrayed Megan. They believe Pardi crossed the line, and Cardi, she's getting side-eyed too. They're saying if it's true, then she got involved with Megan's man, and that's straight betrayal. But then there's another crowd clapping back like, nah, Cardi knew Pardi before Megan ever entered the picture. One user even posted, if she's talking about Cardi, then let's be real. Cardi was friends with Pardi first, so why would she owe Megan anything? Her loyalty should have stayed with Pardi. And that's where it all starts getting real messy. Because if Cardi and Pardi already had something cooking before Megan came around, then people are asking what really went down behind the scenes. See, now there's chatter that whatever Cardi and Pardi had going on was being masked as music. You know the drill, oh, we're in the studio together. But let's not act like that studio excuse hasn't been used 1,000 times before to cover up all kinds of behind the scenes situations. And this ain't just about Megan and Pardi. Offset has been dropping his own little breadcrumbs too. People have been going back through his Instagram stories and cryptic tweets. And let's just say, he's definitely hinted that something shady was going on. Remember that one post where he accused Cardi of getting close to someone else while pregnant? That post disappeared fast, but fans caught it, screenshotted it, and never forgot. And now folks are pulling receipts, tying it all together like puzzle pieces. Offset may have known something back then, and maybe this was it. And we can't ignore those older whispers about Cardi and Takeoff. Rest in peace to him. But the rumors were definitely swirling back in the early Migos days. People said Cardi might have had a thing with him before she and Offset were solid. Cardi always denied it, but fans found old posts and captions that had major flirty energy. Even some blurry behind-the-scenes pics from old studio sessions popped up, and people are now circling back like, hold up, was there something going on all along? Now, with these Pardi rumors back in the mix, fans are revisiting that old Takeoff drama and asking if there's a pattern. Was Cardi stepping to the bros behind Offset's back? It's giving real deja vu. And then, boom! February 4th hits and things start boiling over. Pardi jumps on social media and randomly drops a snippet of an unreleased collab with Cardi B. And he didn't post it quietly. He was hyped, saying, "It's been 8 years, Cardi. Get this song off my hard drive. They keep asking for it." Wait, 8 years? So this track has just been sitting in the vault since before all the drama? And now, right after Megan drops that diss track, Pardi suddenly wants to resurface it? The timing is way too suspicious to ignore, and fans picked up on it immediately.
Tooted, where's Tooted? Where's Tooted at? Can we get Tooted? Here go the song. Here go Tooted. Take it, play it, do whatever y'all gonna do with it. Shake. Hey, here go the song. Don't ask for this no more here.
As soon as that snippet dropped, supporters wasted no time calling Cardi B out. People started dragging her all over social media, saying she was being disloyal, disrespectful, and downright shady for teaming up with Megan's ex like it was no big deal. Fans were shocked, saying it felt like a betrayal, especially considering how close Cardi and Megan once were. The backlash got loud fast, and of course, Cardi wasn't about to sit back and let the internet run wild with the narrative. So she did what she always does. She jumped on X Spaces, her go-to spot for clearing the air. You already know when Cardi hits that mic, it's about to get spicy. Now, she didn't name names or directly mention Megan, but she definitely sent a message. Cardi basically said she's not picking sides. She said she's friends with both of them and that she's not getting involved in drama between two grown people. Cardi's exact vibe was, whatever happened between them, that's their business. I'm staying out of it. She kept it cool, but you could tell she was not here for the accusations flying around. It was her way of saying, don't drag me into this. Still, fans weren't letting up. Some felt like her response was too neutral. Others said she was dodging the real issue, why she's working with someone her former collaborator fell out with.
It's my business. So stop harassing me, stop calling me a person, stop calling me a because that's not what I am. It is complete. I know.
Now let's keep it all the way real. When Cardi hit that X Spaces rant, she definitely sounded pressed. Like she wasn't just calmly setting the record straight, she came in hot, like someone who's been holding it in and finally hit their limit. The way she was talking, that wasn't chill energy, that was I'm over it vibes. She kept repeating that she's not picking sides, that she's friends with both Megan and Pardi, and that she doesn't want to be caught in the crossfire. But the tone, it was sharp, snappy, like someone fed up with being painted as the messy one in the room. And for a lot of folks online, that only added more fuel to the fire, because if Cardi really had nothing to do with this drama, why was she so defensive? But wait, it gets even messier, because just when people thought Offset was the only one Cardi had to worry about in this wild mix, bam, a brand new twist hits the timeline. Time to switch gears for a second, because we need to talk about Cardi's alleged new boo, none other than NFL star Stefon Diggs. According to multiple outlets, Cardi has been getting real cozy with Stefon on the low. And baby, this ain't just random gossip. We've got timestamps, sightings, and yes, vibes. Let's break it down. On Valentine's Day, 2025, Cardi and Stefon were reportedly spotted leaving the same club late at night. Not at the same time. Together. Then in February and March, fans noticed something strange. Cardi kept showing up in the exact same cities where Stefon had games or appearances. Coincidence? People aren't buying it. And then came the real eyebrow raiser. a paparazzi snap of Cardi and Stefan sitting real close in a VIP section at an exclusive after party. She wasn't just in the same room, she was sitting next to him, leaned in, relaxed, and looking comfortable. That wasn't no industry hangout energy, that looked personal. Now Cardi hasn't confirmed anything, but she hasn't denied it either. And what's even more suspicious, she's been real quiet about Offset lately. No posts, no shoutouts, no subliminals, just silence. And for someone who usually wears her emotions loud and proud, that silence is screaming. Now this right here, it took the drama to another level. A recent viral Instagram post had everyone talking after it showed Stefan Diggs getting real close with an Instagram model. Someone who, no joke, looked almost exactly like Cardi B. We're talking same long nails, same glam makeup, same hourglass body type. It was like a mirror image. Of course, Stefan tried to shut the noise down fast. He claimed the photos were old, said people were just trying to be messy for clout, and that it wasn't what it looked like. But let's be honest, once the internet catches a whiff of scandal, it's a wrap. The comments were already flying and people were not buying his weak defense. The internet detectives got to work immediately, digging through past content, comparing timestamps, angles, everything. And what made it even messier? Stefan never actually denied still being involved with the other woman. He just hit folks with that "those pictures are from another time" excuse. No full denial, no straight answer. And while all this was blowing up, people were shading the mystery model in the comments. One person wrote, "I've waited a long time for this type of karma to come around for you." Whew, that's not just shade, that's dragging. Fans felt like it was poetic justice, especially if Cardi really did link up with Megan's ex, and now she's allegedly facing the same situation. But here's what made it feel like a straight up gut punch. Just a few weeks ago, Cardi went live on Instagram, all smiles and good vibes. She was dancing, vibing to music, saying she's never been happier in a relationship. She looked like she was glowing. And now, this whole Stefan situation is giving that live a whole new meaning. Like, was it real or just a highlight reel? Fans in the comments didn't hold back either. Some were like, does anyone really expect an athlete to be faithful these days? One even joked, Russell Wilson is the only exception, and even that comes with a prayer circle. It's just giving tragic. The energy flipped real fast. And honestly, it's the irony for people. If the rumors about Cardi and Pardi are true, and now she's possibly the one getting done dirty again, it's looking like karma spun the block fast. Folks are saying this might be a classic case of you lose them how you got them. But before anyone starts breaking out the sympathy card, people online were quick to say, don't act surprised, because let's not lie. Stefan Diggs has been on the messy with women radar for years. There's even a viral video going around where his own NFL teammates were asked, which teammate would you never let date your sister? And guess what name kept popping up without hesitation? You already know, Stefan Diggs.
Team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man, no. We're gonna leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefan Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
Like seriously, how many red flags does it take? Stefan Diggs clearly has a type, and Cardi fits that blueprint to a T. But now people are asking, does she have a type too? From Offset to Pardi to Stefan, it's starting to look like Cardi might be drawn to nothing but toxic situationships. Chaos seems to follow every connection, and at this point, fans are side-eyeing her love life like it's a reality show. But hold up, this ain't all black and white. While the streets are running wild with receipts, rumors, and theories, not everyone's buying what Megan's selling right now either. A good chunk of the internet is convinced that this might be a strategic clout move, that Megan might be stirring the pot just to get people's attention ahead of a big rollout. Think about it. She's done this before. Every time she's about to drop a song or project, there's some type of tension or beef floating in the air. Folks are saying she's playing the marketing game to the max, Remember that time Megan slid in a lyric that sounded like she was throwing shade at Nicki Minaj and her husband? Yeah, the Barbs did not let that slide. The line had people pressed, and we all know that situation. Megan didn't say anything directly, but she hinted at Nicki's partner's controversial background, and it had timelines in a chokehold. Next thing you know, her streams went up. So now people are asking, is this just a rinse and repeat strategy? Drop a bomb lyric, let the fans go crazy, and ride the wave all the way to the charts? Because that tactic works. Every time. Let's be honest here, just for a second. Megan might be the one getting crossed sometimes, but she's also been caught playing the media game like a pro. There's a reason folks are cautious before jumping fully on her side. People haven't forgotten the biggest cloud still hanging over her, the Tory Lanez incident. Back in 2020, Megan told the world she got shot after that party. The story hit the headlines instantly and had everybody in full support mode. It felt like something straight out of a dramatic movie. But when the dust started settling, things didn't feel so clear-cut anymore. Details got messy, the timeline got questioned, and the internet started splitting down the middle.
Ready to go, and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time.
Let's rewind for a second, because here's where people really started giving Megan the side eye. At the start of the whole Tory Lanez situation, Megan told everyone they were just friends. Strictly platonic. No romance, no sneaky links, nothing behind the scenes. She painted it like they were just cool, industry homies who hung out and vibed, but then later on, she flipped the story and admitted they had actually been intimate. That changed the whole tone of everything. People were like, wait, so there was something going on? That shift alone raised eyebrows, because now it wasn't just a case of friends caught in drama. It was a deeper, more personal situation that she hadn't shared up front. And for a lot of folks, that's where the red flag started waving. It made the timeline feel confusing, and it opened the door for even more speculation.
The clips that I saw that I think everybody else has seen is where she reveals that she did in fact have sex with Tory Lanez, and that when she was doing her interview with Gayle King, that she lied during that interview.
And once Megan switched up her story about her and Tory Lanez being more than just friends, that's when folks really started questioning everything. People were like, if she capped about that, what else might not be adding up? It cracked the door open for doubt. And you already know the internet ran with it. To this day, there's still a group of people who believe Tory might not have even been the one who pulled the trigger. Yeah, the case wrapped. But the way it all unfolded, whew! It was a straight up maze. Deleted texts, missing witnesses, inconsistent details. Each new piece just made the situation more confusing. There were so many twists and turns that it became hard to tell fact from fiction. People were picking apart court documents, social posts, and timelines like it was a Netflix mystery. And with all that chaos, can you really blame folks for still having doubts? The truth feels tangled, and not everybody's convinced we got the full story.
A couple of times. And I
so
was
is
so
he
scared.
in the car, from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting.
So now with this Cardi B drama heating up by the minute, fans are saying this whole thing feels way too familiar, like the Tory Lanez situation all over again. And honestly, they might be onto something. Because here we are in 2025, and it's getting harder and harder to tell what's real and what's just strategic. Is this genuine beef, or a pre-planned rollout dressed up as drama? Artists are dropping diss tracks with full music videos, stylists and cinematographers like it wasn't all shot 3 months ago. The timing, the tweets, the press, it's looking real organized. So let's keep it a buck. Nothing in this industry moves without a motive. Now I need to hear from you. Did Megan Thee Stallion really just expose Cardi B? Or is this just another clout-powered chess move to boost her next big drop? And is Cardi actually moving on with Stefon Diggs? Or are folks on the internet doing what they do best, running wild with rumors? And what do you really believe when it comes to all these cheating allegations? Are you team Megan, team Cardi, or are you like, nah, they're both out here moving messy? Let's break it all down in the comments. I want all the hot takes, the fan theories, and those deep dive receipts. Don't hold back. While you're at it, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another drop. We've got way more heat coming your way. Until next time, my stars and hushers, stay tuned and stay sharp. Peace.